Is Trump going to replace government workers with AI? This is the question on my mind. Guys, the government shutdown is in effect, and hundreds of thousands of people are going to be impacted. But the big question on my mind is how many people aren't coming back? The job market is already crazy, guys. You know this if you're here. You understand that it is hard to find a job now. The way that customers and clients are operating, AI has become a major factor in efficiency. And this is nothing new for the US government. DOGE, led by Elon Musk, was a huge initiative earlier this year, and it's led to about 150,000 layoffs already of government employees. And there's more planned, guys. But what's interesting to me in this case is how the government shutdown is going to accelerate AI adoption in the US government. And guys, this is all we talk about on this channel. I talk about AI, I talk about how it's impacting the workforce, we talk about how you can adapt, how you as a man can remain respected, relevant, and financially free during this world, because that's what's important to me. I need to feed my family, guys. I need to have respect from my wife and my community. And how are we going to do that if we just have our heads buried in the sand, just waiting for stuff to happen to us? No, we need to be proactive, and that's what this channel is about. If you're into that, like, subscribe, and leave a comment below, because I'm going to hit on some topics today, and I'm going to make some points today that you might disagree with. I want to hear your disagreements, because that's how I learn and how I get better, okay? Checks and balances, boys. Put your comments in the fields below. And by the way, if you have a really good comment, I will pin it. If it's really good, it's well thought out, it's informed, I will pin your comment, okay? So let's talk about what's happening with this government shutdown, because it's a big deal. This is the first government shutdown in 7 years. And the last government shutdown lasted over a month, 35 days. So the Congressional Budget Office estimates 750,000 federal workers will be furloughed. Health and Human Services, about 32,000. And the Department of Defense, they estimate 335,000 civilian employees will be furloughed. And a furlough doesn't necessarily mean they're fired. It doesn't mean they're not coming back, but it does open some doors. Furloughed means essentially you're on leave. When you come back, then you can collect your back pay. But here's where things get interesting, guys. The Trump administration is continuing to look for ways to shave bloat and increase efficiency. Again, this was DOGE. And I'm just gonna put out here, the DOGE project, the initiative to reduce government bloat is one of my primary topics. The bloat in the US government, guys, has gotten completely out of control. When I see projects like, for example, and this isn't a federal project, but in California, where they're putting tens of billions of dollars into a railroad project that never even happens, I get angry, because I don't want my tax dollars being just burned up into the atmosphere so bureaucrats can get rich and invest in stocks. I don't like it. No likey. Let's reduce the bloat. Let's reduce the waste. Let's streamline. Let's make things better. Things only get better when we solve problems, guys. And wasting money is not a good solution to problems. So anyway, that's my little quick 401 there. And you may disagree. You'll probably call me ugly in the comments if you disagree. You probably won't take the time to leave a nuanced argument, but that's fine. I take it all in stride. Regardless, I think we can all agree as men that we want things to run more smoothly. Can we agree with that? Smoothly? Cool. Efficiency, smooth, I like that. But here's where things get interesting, guys. The Office of Management and Budget, aka, basically the Trump administration, sent a memo out to federal agencies that said, hey, while people are furloughed, you need to be looking to fire. You need to be looking for ways to reduce your force. And it's unclear at this time if that's just a way of kind of leveraging the shutdown is a way to kind of like get the Democrats to go along with them. I don't want to get into the whole Democrats, Republicans thing. They're all pointing fingers. If you're a Democrat, you probably blame the Republicans. If you're a Republican, you probably blame the Democrats. That's fine. That's just politics, right? But if we look at what's happening, and we're going to cover this right now, but if we look at what's happening, we can see that AI and the opportunities that are presented by AI for efficiency could certainly accelerate this. So how does AI play a role in it? So guys, AI is extremely good with assisting with repeatable, mundane tasks. And I'm going to give you some examples here of some government positions that are mundane, repeatable, and could be replaced by AI. So we look at administrative support, data entry, sorting. Guys, AI agents are exceptional at this, and you're seeing this across many organizations are streamlining and laying off people. I'm covering it, like, I'll give you an example. I'll post a link here. Microsoft laid out 15,000 employees for AI efficiency. I'll post the link to that video up there. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. Companies are firing en masse. And by the way, I'll post another link to a video up here. College graduates can't find jobs. So, I mean, listen, I'm established. I graduated college 20 years ago, but my kids are going to college. Should I still be investing in their college fund? College graduates are not finding jobs right now. So I'll post a link to a video where we talk about how the percentage of the college graduate unemployment rate has increased from 5.8% to 6.6% in the last 6 months. That's a pretty big deal. It's a 15% increase in the inability for these people to get jobs. Why? Because companies aren't hiring these jobs anymore. They're using AI to empower their upper staff. If you're a staff member, if you own a business, you're using AI, you don't need to hire the beginner entry level. The bottom rung of the ladder has been cut out, okay? What's another role? Call center, help desk, customer service. Guys, chatbots and AI customer service are legit. They are real. I recorded a video. I'm posting some links here because I want to bring the receipts, guys. I posted a video about this. Salesforce fired 45% of their customer service staff. 45% of their customer service staff. Why? Because they're using AI to support there. I posted another video a few days ago talking about how a friend of mine has used an AI customer service bot to increase the amount of meetings and appointments booked in his service shop by 15%. I'll post a link to it there. Post a link to it there. This is a real world example, someone I know and I trust who is using AI chatbots to book appointments in his car repair shop. Not just one car repair shop, by the way, a series, an entire region of car repair shops. He's a district manager, okay? Compliance and audit screening. Guys, machine learning models, AI, exceptional at this. Report generation and summary. Guys, AI is doing this. I use HubSpot with clients. I'm using AI. I don't even make reports by myself anymore. I just go to the AI within HubSpot. It's called Breeze. And I say, this is the data I want. Generate me a report. And it's great. It's fantastic. Sometimes it takes a little bit of tweaking, but it's way faster than trying to build out these reports on myself. I say, this is what I want to know. Build me the report. And it builds it. By the way, within HubSpot, I'm not going to go on too far of a tangent here. But you got to make sure your first party data is clean, guys. If you don't have good data going in, you're not going to get good reports coming out. Okay. What's another example of a furloughed position that might not be coming back because of AI? Preliminary legal or regulatory review. Guys, AI can easily read thousands of pages of documents and find flags and flag stuff for you. You don't need to hire an entire staff to read through these documents anymore. You just need an AI to read all the documents, inform you at the upper level so that you can actually get it done. These AI agents are really spectacular. And by the way, if you disagree that this is possible, read the comments, guys. There are people that are doing this. It's kind of funny. I'll see software developers that say AI sucks at writing code, it's all trash. And then in the same thread, I see someone who says, I've been in software development for 20 years and the AI code is amazing. What do they know that you don't know? That's the question I have for you. What do they know that you don't know? I'm not a software developer, but I can see the writing on the wall, guys. If I see a huge pillar of smoke, I can assume, I can make a conclusion that there's fire. The fire is creating that smoke. So you can sit there and say AI writes crappy code, I'm gonna sabotage effects, I'm not gonna learn it, and that's fine, that's your prerogative, but there's guys that are doing it, there's guys that are using it, and there's guys that are having success. But this is not just theory. So kind of the topic that I'm covering here today is we've got all these furloughed jobs. I believe it's an opportunity that the Trump administration will take to lay off and replace with AI and automation, okay? But this isn't just theory. There's already AI being used in place. 37 US government federal agencies are already using AI, okay? The IRS is already using chatbots. The Department of DOD has a Chief Digital and Artificial Intelligence Office. This is already in place. In fact, the White House released an updated policy to streamline AI adoptions in and amongst agencies. So they're taking this, I don't know if you listen to the All In podcast, great podcast. David Sachs is a member of that, is a part of that podcast. And he's the AI and crypto czar. Like the Trump administration clearly and obviously is taking AI very, very seriously. And I think so should we. So should we. So should you. But wait, there's more. There's already a number of AI contracts in place. XAI won a GSA contract to provide its Grok chatbot models. The GSA also cleared Meta's Llama model for use by AI agencies. ChatGPT is giving away free AI usage to government agencies. Guys, this is happening. This is happening. So the big question in my mind is how many people are not coming back after this layoff after this government shutdown happens. And it's unclear. I've seen estimates as high as 100,000 people are going to be fired completely and aren't going to come back, that those jobs are going to be completely replaced. I don't know the exact number, guys. But I do know that this is happening. It's a big deal. And, whether you like it or not, it's happening. And it certainly can be scary, but in my opinion, it's really important that we as men, assuming you are a man that wants to remain relevant, respected, and financially free, 3 core fundamental aspects to a successful adult human male, relevant, respected, financially free, very, very important. This is what I look for in myself. This is what I want. Is that we need to learn these tools, guys. We need to learn the tools. We need to learn the tactics. So if you enjoyed today's video, leave your comments below, and I think that you will definitely like yesterday's video. Yesterday, I covered a bunch of new prompts that ChatGPT has released for sales teams. And listen, we're all in sales, guys. No matter what you do, you're in sales. You're selling yourself, you're selling customers, you're selling clients, you're selling your boss, you're selling your employees. You're always selling something. And I shared the top 10 prompts that ChatGPT released for sales, and I think there's some really interesting lessons. You're gonna love yesterday's video. Check it out. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you there. All right, boys, see ya.